Oh boy. There is some huge news and some garbage news too that affects both NIO and BABA that you must be aware of if you're invested in either one of those stocks. So I will break it down for you here and tell you exactly what it means and how I'm handling it personally, so you can copy off my paper if you want to. Although that's probably not a good idea since I was a C student at best. And all I ask for in return is that you just gently hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you like the truth without the hype. And we are almost sold out of discounted spots, so don't forget to lock in your discounted spot in the Market Insiders before the price goes back up forever if you want to avoid FOMO buying and panic selling by taking 4 free courses, asking tons of questions at the live weekly Q&As that we do, get exclusive videos, free downloads, and we're adding mastermind sessions as well. So check out our website or the pinned comment down below and claim your spot before they're all gone. And before all the haters go blasting me, I have no ads, no sponsors, and this is what YouTube pays me in a month, and I give half of that and half the group's proceeds to charity. Alright, so let's address the crap news first before getting to the huge news that impacts both NIO and BABA. If you see these type videos in your feed like I have this week, I would proceed with caution. This is the exact crap that got a lot of people hammered in the spring with a ton of stocks that were way overvalued, but we're going to the moon by the summer. I hated seeing that, and I've heard story after story after story of people who bought into that hype. Yes, I absolutely want to see NIO hit $200 in the next few years. NIO to 100 by the end of the year would be an incredible run, but I would be selling it because NIO is not a $100 stock right now with the situation in China. Never mind the fact that the chip shortage is plaguing the entire industry, and there are other global supply chain issues as well nagging the entire industry. And all that is included with NIO. So don't fall for that stuff. NIO is not going to $500 anytime soon. However, do not go the other way and completely dismiss NIO and BABA either. There are some good signs from huge institutional investors. Like BlackRock, who you may have heard of before, the largest asset holder in the world with over $9 trillion under management. You don't get the $9 trillion under management by just throwing caution to the wind and just being dumb. BlackRock said they're dipping their toes back into the Chinese equity market following the massive sell-off over the past few months. Now this is a good sign for both NIO and BABA because in this scenario, I think BlackRock would be looking to buy the strongest players. And with BABA being the most undervalued stock out there if it wasn't for this whole Chinese thing, and NIO being a favorite of the government, you have to think that both those stocks would be prime candidates for them to be looking at. It's like getting Amazon for under $1,000 and then Tesla for around $500 or so. You're pulling that trigger if you decide the risk-reward proposition is strong enough to invest back into the Chinese stocks. Now slow down, whoa, before going all in, there are risks that still exist. Notice they're just kind of tiptoeing back into the Chinese market. They are not pushing all their chips in. The risk is still there, make no mistake about it, and they are very real. You have to mitigate that risk, and I will show you exactly how to do that in just a second, and you can actually apply it to any position that you own that you feel is more speculative or that you're just not quite comfortable with. So it doesn't just apply to NIO and BABA, you can apply it basically to any stock. And if you're not interested in Chinese stocks at all, I completely understand. You have to do what is best for you and your portfolio. Basically, you got to be able to sleep at night because I cannot be there with you to, help you out with that. Wait, that really made sense in my head, but it kind of doesn't sound right now. Anyways, many of you have risks that I would be up late at night thinking about, and I have positions that would make you uncomfortable as well. And that is one of my favorite parts of investing. We can all get to the same place picking completely different stocks. Bottom line, if you're not comfortable, do not invest. And if you decide to invest, you have to mitigate the risk. So how do you mitigate the risk? I choose to mitigate the risk by position size for both NIO and BABA, so let's discuss both of those a little more since I'm at different stages with each stock. So when I look at my BABA position, even though fundamentally it is a ridiculous steal at these prices, I have the position I feel comfortable losing if the worst case scenario happens, which I do not think it will, but I have to account for it and execute accordingly. So I bought the dip and finished out my position, and I'm not looking to add more. Now if BABA was not a Chinese company, I would be going bananas buying this dip right now. I think the company is that good and it's at such a great discount. But unfortunately it is a Chinese company, so I have to be disciplined and not expose myself beyond where I'm comfortable. I actually kind of quit looking at their numbers because it's disgustingly juicy and I try to talk myself into buying more. Thankfully I'm like a 5-year-old and easily distracted. Now with NIO, it's a little bit different as I'm actually up on my position and it's not to the max position size I designated yet, so I would be comfortable adding more if it hits my price target. Now to be clear, NIO is not nearly as good of a deal as BABA is at this stage, but I think we can agree that NIO is also not in the government's crosshairs like BABA is either. So it has not gotten the beating that BABA has gotten overall. But the same risk mitigation measures are in place, and if NIO dips to $28 tomorrow, I'm buying, there's no doubt about it. But I'm not going crazy because once it hits my risk mitigation limits, I'm done buying and I'm letting it ride from there. So hopefully this was helpful to you and gave you some insight into how big money is viewing it and how I'm handling it all moving forward. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.